Hi, I'm Kendra Reed with MageeNews.com, and I'm here to bring you a healthier you. Today I'd like to talk about a concept I call yes if. And yes if is advanced thinking, and this was brought to me by a good friend of mine, Buzz Price, who is a Disney legend. I'm going to digress for just a second. He was actually the man who helped Walt Disney decide where to build Walt Disney World. And when they said, hey, can I build it? Buzz Price said, yes, if you build it where they're going to build the Florida Turnpike meets the Interstate 4. And if you build it right in that cross, and if you look at Walt Disney World, sure enough, it's right in the cross of where those two freeways meet. So anyway, that was Buzz Price. He worked for Disney, and he taught me this concept of yes, if. And it works like this. What happened is Walt would ask him a big question, and Buzz would say, let me go back and look at the numbers. And Buzz was a statistician, and so he would go through market research, or he would look at statistics, and he would come back to Walt and say, yes, you could do this if you did this and this. And he was always afraid to tell Walt Disney no. Wouldn't anybody? So that's kind of the concept, is that he would find out what barriers there needed to be and then clear those ifs away, and then you could have a green light to do whatever you wanted to do. So when you think about it from a weight loss perspective, you can think, oh, I can't work out because I have bad knees. Well, yes, if I could probably work out if I went to the internet and I maybe found some exercises that I could do from a seated chair, maybe wheelchair exercises, or maybe even travel exercises. Or, no, I can't eat right because I just don't know how. Well, then find a class or find some education. You can find plenty of that on the internet, or you can also go to something like a Weight Watchers and find some reason or some ways to eat healthier and make better choices. So instead of saying, no, I can't do this because, you need to find the yes if and what is the solution that you need to clear. I have a funny example. A good friend of mine, Chuck, out in California, always wanted to see Walt Disney World, but he was afraid to fly. And I said, hey, Chuck, what's your favorite book? And he said, I love Sherlock Holmes. I said, well, here's what you do. You start reading Sherlock Holmes on the way at the airport. You read it in the waiting room, you get on the plane, you continue reading, and the next thing you know, before you're halfway through the book, you're landing, and voila, you're at Walt Disney World. And the sad thing is Chuck didn't quite get the concept, and he said, but my favorite copy of Sherlock Holmes is this pristine copy I have to carry with gloves, and I can't open it up, and it would just be a tragedy if I took it traveling. Well, I'd say, poor Chuck, he missed the boat and the plane in this situation, because the yes if would have been just go to the library and get another copy of Sherlock Holmes. So I want to encourage you today that if you have a reason that's keeping you from getting good health, or to eat right, or to exercise, ask yourself the advanced question, yes if. And what if you cleared that if? What would it take to clear that if? Something as simple as maybe I've heard one time that someone said that their treadmill didn't have batteries in it because to read the dashboard to show them how far they were going. And I said, well, after you leave me today, why don't you just go get new batteries? I hadn't thought about that. So sure enough, they did, and they got on the program. So with that, I just want to encourage you to do some advanced thinking and apply yes if to your life. This is Kendra Reed at MageeNews.com, giving you a healthy you.